This is the walkthrough for the immigrant journey assignment and the primary sources. I will use this walkthrough if you're confused on what to do. This is to be completed prior to playing the first activity of the immigrant journey in Lena's story. Lena has bought a ticket to take a ship from, let me just make this super easy to see. There we go. A ship to New York. Along the way, she would have experienced three components: the purchase of the ticket, the journey in the boat, and the entrance at Ellis Island. Use the three primary source documents to complete the questions that follow. Remember to use complete sentences and to write as if your reader has not a clue what you're talking about. So here it says ticket advertisement, then it says selections from steerage, and then it says processing a ship's manifest. Now, as I'm going through this, these three titles relate to ticket advertisement, processing the ship manifest, and selections from steerage. So I know that if I'm doing the selections from steerage section, I should be using this document to complete these questions. Let's go through some of our questions. We're going to start on the top at the ticket advertisement. It does not matter what order you choose to complete this assignment. Directions. Use the advertisement of a ticket to take a ship from Europe to New York to answer the following questions. Question 1. The advertisement emphasizes the business qualities of solid, secure, and honest. Why do I believe that these words were included? What words would help you to make a decision about where to buy a ticket for a journey? So I'm going to go back up to my ticket advertisement, and this looks like a different language because it is. It's in Yiddish. So I'm going to look at this and see the translation right here. Solid, secure, honest. Those relate to the keywords here: solid, secure, and honest. Boarding passes for all crossings to Europe at the lowest prices. Schedules are available in localities in Russia, Poland, Germany, Austria, Sweden, Romania, etc. in our office. Country orders are promptly taken care of. Find out about all locations by visiting the Jarmulowski offices in New York, Hamburg, Bremen. Bremen's a city in Germany. So I might see, why would somebody who's buying a boat ticket, why would they want to see solid, secure, and honest? My answer would go here. Now, this ticket was advertised in New York, and it was a ship that left from Europe to New York. Why would they sell a ticket in the country you arrive in? This is going to help me out to understand another way to think about it. If I'm trying to fly from Tokyo to Minnesota, why would I buy a ticket that leaves from Tokyo to Minnesota? Why would I buy that ticket in Minnesota? Who is this ticket advertising to? So if I look at this, I can see that the ticket is from Europe to New York. Well, perhaps I'm thinking about, who are they trying to get to buy that ticket? What questions do I have for question 3? And then question 4, after looking at the ticket, what experience do I better understand about the immigrants coming to America? Steerage class. Now, steerage is the lowest. If you're buying a boat ticket, it goes steerage, then it goes third class, second class, first class tickets. Steerage is the lowest. To put it into perspective, a ticket on the Titanic cost around $1,000 for steerage, just 1,000, 1,200, 1,000, 1,200, somewhere in there. Now, the first class ticket on the Titanic cost $130,000 to get. So there's very big price difference. Read the account of the journey of somebody in steerage class, the lowest trip. Steerage class is the poorest way to travel and often very crowded. The steerage passage was the cheapest to purchase, but it did not come with privacy. Often, passengers used blankets to create rooms to sleep in. The conditions were not very pleasant. So I would read through, and on the bottom, I've got selections in steerage class 1, selections in steerage class 2. You could read them together, or you can read just one of them, and you're going to see the translated version is here on the right, and then the diary version is here on the left. There's some words that we've defined. What would be the advantages and disadvantages to traveling in steerage class? And why would someone travel in steerage class, especially knowing the conditions of that boat? Why would you still take that steerage class option? The third, processing a ship's manifest. Now, when I lived in Alaska, and every time we had to fly, which was any time I left my village, you had to really look at a manifest on a ship. Well, for us, it was a plane, the ship of the skies. And in order to make sure that that plane was going to fly correctly and not at an angle, you had to load it accurately. They used a manifest to do that. A manifest is a list of items on a ship. They could be objects or people. So I'm going to look at my manifest, and this one is written in cursive, so it is a little bit of a challenge, but I know that we can do it. Here's some names. There it says a calling or a description, nationality, the race or the people, and then where are they from, and some sort of labels. These are all labels here on a boat leaving from Petras, which is in Greece, a really good beach if you're interested to sleep on a beach in Greece. I spent 2 nights there when I was biking, and then the boat's name is the SS Argentina. So, what type of information? Well, it's listed here. These bits of information are what walk us through that. How would someone's experience on a ship be different if you're traveling by yourself or traveling with family members? How would that change your experience? And the third question, consider how historians use labels to provide information about a person. Sometimes these labels raise challenges. What labels would apply to you and your family if your travels were documented in a manifest? To what extent does geography or culture, which are two of these labels that were used, the geography where somebody's from and the culture of that person, how would that be used to define a family? So on my travels, if they were to put down my information, it would probably, instead of saying housewife here, it would end up saying teacher, right? Here's pupil, that says student. Some of these are, I can't quite read this one, but here they're from Greece. This person was Hebrew, Greece, their city, Castoria, and then it tells us who they might be traveling with. So, what labels would you and your family be defined by? What would they be using? And what does that tell you about the way that you and your family are traveling and how you live? That's the video walkthrough of this first document.